So this one's intriguing. The acting Attorney General, Matthew Whitaker, at an unrelated news conference just a few moments ago, told reporters that the Mueller investigation is close to being completed. Now, we don't know exactly what he means by that, and we don't know what format the end of the Mueller investigation will take, but it is striking that somebody in the administration, including the acting Attorney General, would suggest that it's getting close to completion. That's the first time we've been given that kind of high-level guidance about where the Mueller investigation is in its process. Now, the end game here is unclear. What we know is that Mueller will write a private report for the Attorney General, and then beyond that, it's not clear exactly what the Attorney General will do with that report. Much depends on what it is that Robert Mueller has found. But the acting Attorney General now suggesting that Mueller is close to finishing up his investigation. This on the Monday after the Friday arrest of Roger Stone, one of the president's longtime associates, his arrest and indictment for lies related to his interactions with WikiLeaks, the organization which, of course, put out those stolen DNC emails. So some indication that we might be coming to the end here, but not at all clear where we go from here, Melissa.
To be clear, though, Eamon, it is up to the acting Attorney General as to whether or not he would release the report to the public.
Yeah, that's long been the assumption that the acting Attorney General or the Attorney General, if there is one in place by that point, would make that decision whether to release it to the public, whether to send it to Congress for any congressional action that he might feel is required. But we just don't know how that's all going to be handled. And of course, the possibility is that if Mueller indicts further officials for any other misconduct related to the 2016 election, as he's been doing all along, he can use what are called these speaking indictments that have a lot of detail in them, a lot of narrative about what happened. We learned a lot in the Roger Stone indictments about what happened. Presumably, Mueller could put nearly all of his findings in indictments of other figures who would be indicted and possibly arrested relating to any misconduct that he's discovered. But no indication that's coming yet. We'll just have to wait and see.
I understand there's some developments as well regarding Michael Cohen.
Yeah, we're told that Michael Cohen is going to testify. You remember, the president's former attorney was scheduled to testify and then backed out of it and cited pressure from the president of the United States, saying that that's why he was not going to testify up on Capitol Hill. Now we're getting word that Michael Cohen is going to testify at a closed hearing on February 8th at the House Intelligence Committee. So we were expecting a big, visible public testimony from Michael Cohen, one of the key figures in all of this. Now we're being told it's going to be on February 8th, but it will be closed, and so there will not be the opportunity for the public to learn a lot about what happened with Michael Cohen and the President of the United States. Presumably, Congress being what it is, some of it might leak, but it's the House Intelligence Committee which likes to keep a wrap on things.
All right, Eamon, thank you. Eamon Javers, reporting live from the White House for us. How do you regard this in terms of the?
So I would think that you go right off the bat, you go with closure. So if you can get any type of closure on some level, that's going to be good for the overall markets. And we have sold down in the overall markets based on these negative headlines, these tape bombs that they're called, right, coming across the tape. You've seen the market sell off. And I think without those, the market should be able to move higher, specifically to this case.
Do you think that we've sold off on tape bombs, though? I mean, I have to say that I think the market doesn't really care.
Oh, you know what? I'll preface it. Day to day, granular, when you see these negative headlines come across the tape regarding Trump and the Mueller case, the market has reacted to it.
To me, the market is all about the trade issues.
Yeah.
And I wonder if we don't know what's going to come out of this, right? If this really, if very high up to the president even is ensnared in this, right? Where does that leave us with trade? I guess they go forward, right? Continue to go forward.
If there's a sense that there is some jeopardy involved with whatever is going to happen with either the Mueller report or this closed testimony by Michael Cohen, then perhaps a trade deal gets this conspiracy theory, of course, we're talking, but maybe a trade deal is more imminent.
Well, likely to get done because they need the win.
Because you need a win.
I mean, what we're saying is that we think the market is more focused. This is a huge week. If you think about, we've got a Fed statement. We know they're not going to go, but we're going to have a Fed statement. We've got the press conference. We've got the Chinese apparently coming to the U.S. to start talking on Wednesday. We've got a payroll number on Friday. We've got a ton of macro news that actually will be a real tell in the global economy. I don't think that this is moving the needle. Sorry, I just don't.
Obviously, all contingent. If this investigation is coming to a close, which I don't think any of us have any idea, but what's in the investigation? I think that's to your point. I have no idea where the guilt lies with anybody. But let's just play it out and say,
look in the mirror, Guy. I'm just kidding.
That's fair.
You know what?
Let's play it forward quickly and say, maybe there is something there. Does that force President Trump to make a deal? To your point, but if you're the Chinese, why would you make a deal,
knowing that there might be something there?
there?
Interesting.
That's how you have to game this, I think.